shadow of a ghost town where the wind moans through the cracks. Dusty bottles line the bar, a haunt of broken packs. Old lanterns flicker dimly, casting shadows, drawing sins. Here sits a man with empty eyes where my dark tale begins. Oh, the whiskey tastes like fire, with whispers of the damned. Each sip a story of lost love that lives like desert sand. The devil's brew, it calls you to drown in your regrets. A bottle full of ghostly cries and smoky silhouette. He once loved a maiden fair with hair like golden wheat, but betrayal's knife came silently, left nothing but deceit. In the heat of silent deserts, under scorched and starless skies, he lost his heart, his soul, his love, amid the coyote cries. Oh, the whiskey burns like vengeance in a throat worn raw with grief. Each gulp a chapter of the past, each pause a brief relief. The devil's drink a bitter balm for hearts that can't forget. A tumbler full of burning churches and sunsets bleeding red. His hollow face, a reckoning in broken glass, the past he can't erase. With each reflection, truth reveals beneath the whiskey's curse. The man who stares back through the shards wrought better and for worse. So here's to the devil's whiskey, to the pain that it consoles, to dusty graves and train whistles, to lost and wayward souls. Drink up, my friends, let's toast to fate, to nights that never end, where spirits walk in silence and broken hearts might mend.
Past the rattlesnake plains, where the dead rivers lie, under a blood moon sky, the coyotes cry. A whiskey bottle clutched in a trembling hand, through the ghost town shadow stands a broken man. Midnight in the gunslinger, eyes like funeral pyres, haunted by the howling winds and circled by the fires. His heart's a graveyard of dreams under a cursed land's curse. Every step he takes is a chapter in a verse. Once loved a girl as bright as the dawn's first light, but betrayed by a brother, turned their love to night. In the dust storm's wrath, he heard the train whistle moan, call from the depths, like a siren to his bones. Midnight in the gunslinger with vengeance right in his spine. Echoes of a burning church play hymns in his mind. The past is a shadow, a gun's cold bite. Promises whisper in the winds of the endless night. At the edge of town, he faces down his kin. Words are wind, in the silence bullets spin. The truth strikes sharper than the sharpest knife. Betrayal's cost, paid back alive for life. Midnight in the gunslinger, now he's riding alone past forgotten graves where wild roses are grown. The desert holds his secrets and the stars know his sins. He rides toward horizon where redemption begins or ends. In the shadow of a mesa, where the silent deserts weep, lies the ghost town of Alara, where the secrets dare to creep. Underneath the crescent moonlight, whiskey bottles lay in rows. Echoes of the lonesome train whistle as the cold night wind blows. Whispers in the lost love, calling through the haunted plains. Vows once made and burning churches, now just ashes and chains. Every heartbroken echo, a story of a love that does decay. In the cursed lands of Alara, where the spirits never stray. Stood alone, forgotten grave, just outside the chapel door. Her name was worn, but still engraved in the heart of the man she swore. Betrayed by a kiss so venomous, a serpent smile on her lips, left a scar upon the cowboy and a gun upon his hips. Whispers in the lost love, tales that chill the desert spine. Promises like dust storms vanish, leaving nothing behind. His footsteps follow whispers through the town, they softly sway. In the cursed lands of Alara, where the night swallows the day. The ghost he feared the most, the mirror of his lost love, now just a pale and fleeting ghost. Eyes like fire confronted past sins as the western wind did moan. A showdown with his haunted memories in the valley of the lone. Whispers in the lost love, found his peace or found his grave. In the heart of Alara, beneath the land so stark and brave. Now he rides a shadow fading in the echoes of his pain. In the cursed lands of Alara, where whispers call his name. As the sun sets over Alara, silence settles into the line. Only whispers in tale lost in time.
In a ghost town where the shadows play, dust dances with the devil's sway. Whiskey bottles line forgotten graves beneath the sun's relentless blaze. A train whistle moans through cursed lands, an echo of a nooses tied strands. Beneath the last ride, where vows lay to rust, love turned to betrayal in a whirlwind of dust. Shadows of a gallows on a moonlit dried creek, where silence speaks the secrets that the haunted seek. Once loved a girl with wildfire eyes, in a chapel lit by flame-filled skies. Promises as frail as a parched rose, her heart was a secret no one knows. A Judas kiss under a starless night left me alone to face my plight. Beneath the last ride, where trust was sold, hearts grow as cold as the guns we hold. Echoes of our laughter in a breeze that weeps, where silence speaks the secrets that the haunted keep. On that burning church I swore her name, the wind carried away all blame. Face down the man who stole her gaze, in the dust storm's wild relentless haze. Two shots rang out like an old church bell, one found its mark and the other fell. Of lost love and eternal blame, as the ghost town sleeps under night's deep veil. I wander these streets, a lone dusty trail. Beneath the last ride, redemption's just a ghost, whispering secrets to the winds that haunt me most. In the ashes of twilight, neath a blood-red moon scorn, stands a skeleton of a barn where my bitter fate was born. Whiskey whispers in the wind, like voices torn and worn, as the shadows dance with fire where my heart's hope lies forlorn. Midnight in the burning barn, flames reach for the sky. Every ember tells a tale of a love that had to die. The devil plays a fiddle in this ghostly, cursed lie, as I watch the past turn to smoke and the old gods sigh. There's a storm of memories rolling o'er the plains. A train whistles mournful sounds, like spirits breaking chains.
She was the fire, wild and free. In those dust-ridden lanes, till betrayal's cold hand pushed me to claim these burning reins. Midnight in the burning barn, this pyre of despair, echoes of a gunshot still hanging in the air. Lost love's a dusty bottle, its contents all too rare. Now just broken glass and spirit in the ash I stare. In the heart of the blaze I see her face, haunting every flame. Truth crashes down like a hard, heavy rain. Was it me, was it her, or just the wild, wicked game? In this fire, all I know is nothing will ever be the same. A midnight in the burning barn where my old life ends. Here among these cursed lands a new path descends. With the fire as my witness on revenge, my soul depends. As the dawn breaks clear, my spirit bends but never breaks, it mends. So I'll ride out at dawn with the ashes in my wake, a lone gunslinger with a heart too charred to break. Every step from this burn, another destiny I'll make. Midnight's fire taught me well just what's at stake.
Shadow of the black sun, where the cold winds moan, lies a town forgotten, with streets overgrown. Whiskey bottles clink in the hands of ghostly brides, while the church bell's silent, no savior inside. Dust devils dance on graves without names. Under that cursed sky, everything's changed. Ashes of the black sun, falling like sin, cover my heart where love once had been. Gone with the wind, through the silence they run, everything burned up by the black sun. Once had a lover with eyes like stormy skies. In a chapel of dreams we swore no goodbyes, but the betrayal came on a hot whispering breeze, left me with nothing but a memory to seize. In the night train whistles cry like old ghosts, haunting the crossroads of what I miss most. Ashes of the black sun cover my trail, lost loves and old wounds, a sorrowful tale. Gone with the dust where the dead rivers run, nothing remains but the black sun. But the black sun. There's a gun that's burning cold in my grip, echoes of vengeance, the words from my living. Down in the valley where the dark waters meet, I'll find my redemption. whispering badlands under a blood-red sky. Once stood a town with hope like a heartbeat, for the truth's turned to lies. Whiskey bottles lay empty on doorsteps, each one a story untold, of dreams gone dry under dust storms cover, and secrets dark and cold. Buried deep in the shadows, where the lost souls weep, the winds sing of sorrow where the secrets keep. Beneath the moon's pale watch, oh ghosts they roam. In the silence of the desert I made my curse to home. Well, I loved a girl with eyes like wildfire, heart wild as the shifting sands. She vanished like smoke from a burnt-out church, slipped right through my hand. In the night I hear the train's lonely whistle, mocking me with its cry, as it rolls past forgotten graves under that endless star-lit sky. Buried deep in the shadows, where the old loves die, the wind speaking riddles beneath the vast dark sky. With each whispering echo, my restless heart roams. In the silence of the desert I find my ghostly home. On a night when the storm tears the silence and the past refuses to sleep, I face the curse of this barren land, where the wounds cut too deep. There at last stood the truth, by the cold light of the dawn. She was a mirage of the desert, a memory forever gone. I'm just a shadow, where no light seeps, with the dust as my blanket and the earth so steep. Let my sins be buried in this silent forsaken lone. In the heart of the desert I accept this ghostly home, forever buried in the shadows under skies so wide and dome. Streets echo with old forgotten claims, whiskey bottles lay thrown by the church's burned gate, a tale of betrayal and a devil's fiery hate. Oh, the devil's hand, cold and unkind, finds the back of those who've left love behind. In the silence of the desert under a blood-red moon, he walks with shadows, singing a vengeful tune. Now there once was a lover, fair-haired and true, whose heart was stolen in a night of dew. But the lover's promise was a whispered lie, left in a grave where only crows dare fly. Oh, the devil's eyes like burning coals,
devil's revenge. It sure will begin in the cold night air. With every step you retrace, you'll meet your fate in this cursed silent place. In the shadow of the valley where the cold winds sigh, dead man's pass neath a soulless hollow sky. Distant whistle splits the silence, sorrow's melody. Whiskey breath and dusty boots keep the company. There's no mercy in the hollow sky, only ghostly clouds that pass on by. In this land where broken spirits fly, no prayers left, just the raven's cry. By the embers of a church where once sweet hymns had flow, finds a locket in the ashes, and the loving face he knows was a time of laughter filled his sundown dreams. Now just smoke and silence stitch up the seams. No mercy in the hollow sky, just the echo of the last goodbye. Curse the heart that dared to roam, lost the light on the way back home. Thunder rolls over plains once kissed by rain, reckons with the ghost of her shackled in pain. Beneath the starless cloak by the twisted old oak, swears vengeance on the night the fire awoke. Ain't no mercy in the hollow sky, where the old gods and the lost ones lie. With every step on this forsaken land, he walks alone, gun heavy in hand. No mercy in the hollow sky, a whisper of the past, the lone wolf sigh. In the silent desert under cursor stars, he rides for redemption through his scars. In the shadow of the valley where the cold wind moans, dust dances with the whispers of the forsaken bones. The ghost town sleeps under a moonlit sky, while a lone bottle clinks in the silence. Here am I, midnight in the lost love, where hearts come to bleed. Underneath the willows where the dark secrets feed. The train whistles Once a church stood proudly 'neath the hill so steep. Now it's just charred embers and promises we couldn't keep. Her laughter echoes through the chapel's burnt-out shell, a tale of a love turned sour, a heavenly dive to hell. Midnight in the lost love, where shadows trace my fear, where whiskey drowns the memory that burned behind my tear. The silence speaks in volume of the tales that no one writes. Midnight in the lost love, a ghost in a fading light. At the edge of town, by the forgotten graves, I face the dusty mirror of my soul's unending ways. I've wandered through this silence where time itself has bled, on paths where even angels fear to tread. Midnight in the lost love, where I've come to face my fate. The past grips like a noose, but now the hour's getting late. No more will her betrayal the depths of my mind ignite. At midnight in the lost love, I'm the shadow in the night, forever bound to roam 'neath this curse I cannot fight.
Out here where the wind whispers secrets of sin, the sun beats down where my troubles begin. Ghost town shadows, they dance on the graves of men too foolish, too wild to be safe. Whiskey bottles lay empty, souls just the same, under the heat of this cursed land's flame. There's no mercy in the dusty boots, walking lines that the devil drew, haunted by the love that the desert took, silent prayers to a forsaken roof. Every step, every move bears the weight of the past, in the heart of the outlaw where nothing can last. That train whistle moans like an old church choir, singing tales of a cross, of smoke and a fire. She loved like a tempest, left like a thief, in her eyes a storm, in my heart the grief. The dust storms came and covered my tracks. She's a memory's ghost that ain't never coming back. There's no mercy in the dusty boots, walking lines that the devil drew, haunted by the love that the desert took, silent prayers to a forsaken rook. Every step, every move bears the weight of the past, in the heart of the outlaw where nothing can last. In the dead of night, by the cold of the stone, I faced the man who claimed what was my own. Gunfire echoed like thunder, it rolled. rusty boots, only echoes of the lives they uproot. A trail of vengeance, old debts to pay, forgotten souls in the break of day. No mercy in the leather and the dust, just a heart full of bullets and a gun that won't rust. In every line, the shadow of fate, where love's lost and revenge waits.
Where the sky bleeds into dusty plains, a ghost town whispers secrets held by chains. Silent desert cries under a cursed moon's glare. Whiskey bottles empty, left in despair. Echoes of train whistles cut through thin air. Just shadows of the lost, the damned don't dare. No mercy in the cursed land, only tales of fading hands, forgotten graves where no one stands. This land will make no amends. Burned out church with a broken cross, love and hope have paid the cost. In the dust we bear our loss. No mercy in the cursed land. Rode in from the east with a heart on fire, found my love's locket beside the funeral pyre. Trusted a man with a serpent sneer, his betrayal was as sharp as it was clear. Night falls heavy, revenge is near. Bullets for the traitor, jury of peers. No mercy in the cursed land, echoes of a reprimand. Lonely souls with gun in hand, the devil plays a losing hand. Ashes scatter where they stand, promises like shifting sand. In the dark we've made our plans. No mercy in the cursed land. Under the crescent moon's watchful eye, the desert knows every truth and lie. Confrontation at the edge of town, two shadows cast, one man goes down. No mercy in the cursed land, where justice is a dying brand. Count your sins on your left hand, forgiven by this forsaken land. Now I roam a ghost unmanned, with whispers of the past so grand. In cursed silence here I stand. No mercy in the cursed land. No mercy in the cursed land.
There where the horizon bleeds rust, under a sky smudged with charcoal dust, lies a town swallowed by its sinful desires. The old church stands keeper of forgotten fires. Whiskey bottles line the preacher's grave, silent as the secrets that they never did save. Buried in the church fire, hearts wrapped in wire, flames danced on a cold stone, now ash and bone. Whispered prayers while
swallowed by the liar's power. Lost souls wander, cursed to forever roam. That night the wind howled like a freight train wail, her love a ghost story, frail and pale. He swore vengeance under the blood moon's glow against the man who had laid his whole world low. A shout rang out like thunder through the plains. In the silent desert only vengeance remains. Buried in the church fire beneath the scornful choir, embers keep the secrets of a love once dire. Old hymns fade into the smoke of funeral pyre. Eternal rest disturbed by the strands of barbed wire. Saint's disguise revealed by the fire's unforgiving eyes. Buried in the church fire, redemption or sire. He walks past the threshold, his heart an open wire. Forgive or forget the ghost town's final choir. A gunslinger's limit as he retires by the fire. In the dying light of a dusty town, where the shadows stretch to claim the ground beneath is thirsty, scorched curse without a name. Echoes of a train whistle cutting cold and sharp as a knife. Beneath the hollow sky I ride this path, the last one in my life. Blood on the saddle, blood on the sand, blood drying under a cursed land. Whiskey whispers of vengeance and pride on the silent, haunted final ride. Blood on my hands where it's always been, painting sins in the shapes of men. Tonight I ride with ghosts by my side, blood on the last ride. Once loved a girl with wildfire eyes in a chapel built of stone, but betrayal burned the bridges, left me wandering alone. Her memory a ghost town, her touch a distant dream. Now every mile I'm riding ain't quite as it seems. Blood on the saddle, blood on the sand, memories fading this forsaken land. Whiskey numbs the heartache and pride, shadows stretch along on this last ride. Blood on my heart where it's seared and scored, each beat a reminder of the sword. Tonight I ride past wrongs to right, blood on the last ride. In the stillness of the desert, a reckoning to face, each step forward in this ghostly trace. From burning churches to forgotten graves, each soul finds its place. And in the dust my heart confronts the darkest truth it must embrace. Blood on the saddle, blood on my soul, this ride's my penance, this ride's my toll.
Whiskey's my witness in the night so wide, to every whisper secret I confide. Blood on my hands set to be dry, as dawn breaks cold on this last ride. Tonight the past and I collide, blood on the last ride. As the sun rises red over lands best left dead, I leave behind stories untold in the silence dark and cold. In the heart of the wasteland, under a blood-red sky, lies the devil's ghost town, where even shadows die. Whiskey bottles clinking on the broken ballroom floor, echoes of the damned who ain't marching home no more. Oh, the winds whisper sins of the silver bullet's kiss, train whistle moans through the fog of the abyss. Here in a devil's ghost town, where lost souls are bound, every step is haunted, every heart is bound. Once knew a girl with eyes like wildfires glow. In this cursed town, she was the only truth I'd ever know. But vengeance is a dark road, and I took it on my stride. Left her heart in ruin and our love on the other side. Hear the church bells burn in the firestorm's embrace, cries of the forsaken, lost in time and space. In the devil's ghost town, where the dead won't rest, we're just ghosts in the hollow with sins unconfessed. At the crossroads, gun heavy in my hand, and bogging my soul to rewrite the tales of this forsaken land. But evil's grip is iron, revenge a fleeting breath. In the ashes of my choices, found solitude in death. Now the dust falls quiet on this cursed ghostly sprawl. Forgotten graves whisper the tales of my downfall. Here in Devil's Ghost Town, under the haunting moon's frown, I walk these dusty streets alone in the kingdom I disown. Bleeds in the night, silent deserts hold whispers of a vengeful plight. There's a cursed trail they call the lantern path, where shadows move and good men don't last. Under the moon's cold glare, the whiskey tells no lies, dusty winds moan as another heart dies. Oh, the lanterns sway, but their lights grown dim on the path where sinners walk. The chance is slim. Ghosts of the fallen swirling in the sands. I walk with my regrets and blood on my hands. Years ago, love glowed like a fiery brand, till betrayal left me with gunpowder and a shaking hand. In a ghost town by the chapel's burning light, I lost my heart and set the world alright. Train whistle cries like the haunted souls below, forgotten graves where the broken spirits go. Yes, the lanterns sway, fading out of sight, carrying dreams of the curse through the night. The dust settles on the stories best forgot. On the path of shadows, love matters not. At the crossroads stood a figure dressed in black, eyes like coal pits and a noose in his sack. Vengeance or peace, he asked a devil's grin. My heart knew the answer was blowing in the wind. Now the lanterns blaze as I take my stand. This path chose me in this God-forsaken land. Bitter the tale where the lost souls weep. I walk the lantern path where the dark runs deep. Crafted to evoke the desolation and stark drama of an outlaw ballad, these lyrics delve deep into the flames of desolation, betrayal, and haunting allure of revenge, all set against a backdrop of a cursed spectral landscape.
In the shadows of the old ghost town, under a blood-red sky, whiskey bottles lay buried, secrets that the dirt won't hide. Wind moans through the chapel's broken spine, an unholy serenade. Echoes of a train whistle, like ghosts of the love we betrayed. Beneath the lost love lies a heart turned to stone, underneath the silent desert where I wander alone, cursed by the whispers of the love that we burn in this haunted wasteland. No lesson was learned. Once held you in the moonlight, and now shadows twist where you stood. Beneath the oak and forgotten graves, it's understood. You whispered of salvation with a dagger behind your smile, left me with nothing but the vengeance simmering wild. Beneath the lost love lies a heart turned to stone, underneath the silent desert where I roam alone, cursed by the ashes of the dreams we once knew. In this forsaken land, only despair grew. justice my hands demand. Beneath the lost love, a revenant I've become, a specter in the wasteland, under the scorching sun. With revenge as my compass, this gun by my side, I'll find peace in the shadows where the restless spirits bide. In a ghost town where the shadows play, dust dances with the devil's sway. Whiskey bottles line forgotten graves, beneath the sun's relentless blaze. A train whistle moans through cursed lands, an echo of a nooses tied strands. Beneath the last ride, betrayal in a whirlwind of dust, shadows of a gallows on a moonlit dry creek, where silence speaks the secrets that the haunted see. Once loved a girl with wildfire eyes, in a chapel lit by flame-filled skies. Promises as frail as a parched rose, her heart was a secret no one knows. A Judas kiss under a starless night left me alone to face my plight. Beneath the guns we hold, echoes of our laughter in a breeze that weeps, where silence speaks the secret that the haunted keep. On that burning church I swore her name. The wind carried away all blame. Face down the man who stole her gaze, in the dust storm's wild relentless haze. Two shots rang out like an old church bell. One found its mark and the other fell. Beneath the last ride, I lay my claim in lands of lost love and eternal blame. As the ghost town sleeps under night's deep veil, I wander these streets of lone dusty trail. Beneath the last ride, redemption's just a ghost, whispers secrets to the winds that haunt me most.
past the old shanty town where the whistle sounds more like a ghost. Dust devils dance with the echoes of those who've given up the ghost. Beneath a sky too white and a sun that paints the earth blood red, lies a trail of whiskey bottles leading to the sins that I once fled. I'm gone with the last ride. Shadows cross the great divide, where the love I knew and the dark truth lied in a silent desert under a cursed moon's guide. I'm just a whisper where hope and heartache collide. Found an old church burning by the light of a cold and heartless moon. The steeple fell like my dreams in a fiery forsaken plume. Once loved a girl with eyes like the stormy skies before the dawn. She left me with nothing but a goodbye, as bitter as a day is long. I'm gone with the last ride, where old ghosts and regrets reside. Echoes of a train that's carrying everything I can't hide. Past the dusty plains where my old fears abide, riding towards the horizon where my old self died. In the mirror of the night, I see her face, haunting and near. The wind whispers secrets, the desert sands shifting so clear. Betrayal sharp sting I feel in my bones, it's rattling deep. Tonight the reckoning comes, and it's mine alone to keep. Gone with the last ride beneath the white and starless sky. I lay my vengeance down by the graveyard where the forgotten lie, letting go the reins of a past that's been run dry. In the haunted silence I whisper my last goodbye.
Every verse a desolate painting, every chorus a haunted melody, weaving through the dark tapestry of a lone soul's reckoning with his past.
Out where the whiskey whispers in the wind-scorched land, rattling the skeletons of ghost towns in its command. Dust devils dance where the church once proudly stood. Now just charred wood framing betrayal's neighborhood. On the ashes of the lonely road, where my heart lays bare, each step stirs the stories that the dead refuse to spare. The whiskey bottles empty, like the promises she made under
the shadow of the cross where my sins were paid. The moonlight cast long shadows like fingers on my past. Her love was a desert flower, never meant to last. From the silent desert to the cursed train track end, her whispers still haunt me with the winds they send. On the ashes of the lonely road, where ghosts claim their due, every footfall echoes a past died in midnight hue. The whiskey bottles shattered like the lives we lived in the dust of forgotten graves. Nothing's left to give. There's a storm that's coming with memories it stirs, of burning churches and the vengeance that occurs. The sky cries her name in a thunderous mournful ode. Her betrayal, the spark, my heart, the road it arose. On the ashes of the lonely road, I embrace my fate, riding through the shadows of her love turned hate. This whiskey bottle's broken, like the oath I swore. On the lonely road I wander alone forevermore.
Each line etches deep into the soul of a man scarred by love and deceit, marking his journey through a relentless landscape that mirrors his own inner desolation.